Welcome to Decision Making class. In this session, I'm going to talk about the example of revising judgment in the light of new information. Before we start, in the last session, we talked about the Bayes theorem as the theoretical foundation. The conditional probability here is the probability of one event given that another event has occurred. So the conditional probability of A given that B has occurred is equal to joint probability of A and B divided by the marginal probability of B. So let's jump directly to an exercise. Here we have a case about a stock retailer. A retailer has to decide whether to hold a large or a small stock of the product for the coming summer season. This is the payoff table for the courses of action or alternative and the outcomes is shown below. You have two decisions whether hold small stock or hold large stock. If the low sells and you hold the small stock, then you get the profit $80,000. While if you hold the small stock and the high sells, then you get profit about $140,000. If you hold the large stock and the low sells, you get the profit $20,000, while for the hold large stock and high sales, then you get $220,000. The retailer here estimates that there is 0.4 probability that the sales will be low and 0.6 probability that they will be high. What the level of stock should be held? So in this case, we still have the basic information that we call it as the prior probability. So if you have two options or the alternatives here, whether hold small stock or hold large stock, then you come up with the future event or state of natures, whether you produce the low sales or high sales. Low sales, you have probability here 0.4 and high sale probability is 0.6. And this is the payoff for each alternatives, which is future events. Also, for example, hold the small stock. If the low sells, then you get the payoff 80,000. From this, then we need to calculate the expected value or expected monetary value. Then first, how if you hold the small stocks? Then we calculate the expected value here for the small stock is probability of low sales 0.4 multiplied by the profit 80,000 plus 0.6 the probability of high sales multiplied by the profit $140,000. So we got $116,000. While for the monetary value for the large stocks, then also we calculate the probability 0.4 multiplied by the $20,000 plus 0.6 multiplied by the $220,000. Then we get $140,000. In this case, then our decision is hold the large stock because we got the highest expected monetary value. In case that you have the new information or the information update, then you are as a decision maker here receive the sales forecast, which suggests that the sales will be high. In the past, when the sales turned out to be high, the forecast had correctly predicted high sales on 75% of the occasions. However, in the season when the sales turned out to be low, the forecast had wrongly predicted high sales on 20% of occasions. So the underlying market conditions are thought to be stable enough for this result to provide an accurate guide to the reliability of the latest forecast. Should the retailer change his mind in the light of the forecast? From this, then we gather the data that we have. The prior probability that we have for the low sales is 0.4, while for the probability high sale is 0.6. and this is the profit for all of the alternative and then the future event if the low sells and also high sells. From the prior probability, we get the marginal probability here for the probability low sells is 0.4 and probability high sells is 0.6. So that's all about this session. Thank you very much and see you again for the next session.